Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm back at Euston Wall again today, and I think I'm going to try and project the V6 cave that I finished on last time. There's a lot of powerful moves in that. I'm feeling a bit tired today, a bit achy. I've been doing quite a lot of ring work, which I've not filmed, but I might do in some future videos to show you what I'm doing. So yeah, body's quite sore, so obviously the best thing to do is jump into a very powerful overhanging cave V6. So we're going to try that one, I think, today. Try and do quite a few moves on that, see if we can make any progress. It's a project that I want to get, it's a really cool route, so yeah, just going to jump into that one probably after some easy warm-ups a little bit later, and go into that one. See what kind of progress we make on it. Hopefully we'll get a few of the moves. That's all I kind of want from it today, because yeah, it's a very tough, very powerful route, like I say, so we'll see how that goes. And then maybe after that, once I'm a bit tired from doing the cave, I'll move on to something a bit less overhanging, and do some other routes and try and test myself on those as well. But yeah, other than the actual project set of the cave that I want to work on, I'm not really going to focus on anything else too much today, so it might be a bit sporadic as for what I fancy at the time after I've tired myself out on that one. So that's the plan for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you over at the cave. Okay, so I'm going to project obviously the orange, but I'm not warmed up yet, so just going to climb some of the easier ones. We'll start with the V1 over here, and then V2, and do the V3 as well, before I jump into the V6 a little bit later on. I don't think there's a V4 to warm up on, so I think the highest that I'll climb before that is a 3, because I don't think there's a 5 either that's been set. So yeah, in the cave section, I'll probably warm up on those ones, have a little bit of a rest, and then I think I'll also warm up on the route, not fully commit to some of the moves, just to build my way into it. And then once I've had a few attempts and got a bit warmer doing that, I'll then jump into yeah, that fully. So yeah, just going to warm up on the lighter climbs and then go from there. Okay, so that's the easier climbs done. Just going to jump into the V6, like I say now, the one that I'm projecting, and yeah, take it a bit easier. I'm not going to fully commit to the moves, but I'm going to get the body moving a bit more, get used to some of the positions, but yeah, just basically trying not to get injured by going into it too soon. So just a little bit of stretching as well, because I'm quite tight from gym yesterday in my legs, and yeah, that's losing me up a little bit, but I'm going to jump on this one and do it a bit easier, like I say. Cool. I'm actually quite happy with the start there. I did that quite smoothly. Footwork was good. I didn't have to change my feet too many times when I got into the drop knee in here. And then that is a very big move. I didn't want to commit to that just yet. So yeah. Gonna practice that in isolation now a few more times. There's a lot of load going through the right shoulder when I reach up for this, so yeah, makes it quite tricky. But yeah, just gonna practice that move a few times now. Okay, so what I've noticed that keeps happening and why it's making it more difficult for me to get to this move is I'm losing tension in the drop knee. This foot keeps slipping off. When I generate up to go for the hold, this right foot keeps slipping off. So losing that tension is making it much more difficult to catch this hold. I'm going to need to keep my feet on when I go for this move. So it basically means I need to get maybe my hips a little bit further towards the foot and then push much harder outwards to keep the tension in that position. Because at the minute there's not enough tension, so I'm dropping the feet, which means I'm never going to get onto this hold. So just need to push a bit harder so I don't lose that position. Could make a big difference. And also maybe mean I can go a little bit more statically to the hold in some ways, which will take the strain off the shoulder as well. So yeah, just going to try that move in isolation now and see what happens. Okay, really happy with that. I think my foot was placed very slightly subtly differently as well, because I moved my hips further down. It was a little bit more above this foothold, so I was pushing not just to the side, but I actually got a little bit down as well, which really locked me in place. And you know what, that move actually felt pretty good. That felt absolutely fine in the end because of the way I did it. So yeah, happy with that progress. Next move, I'm gonna have to move my feet in a slightly different way to what I tried. I think I might need to bring a heel onto this, do a little heel hand match on this hold, which is going to be very bunched and very awkward. But I definitely need some kind of tension through the left foot in order to come up to here, which is the next move. That's quite a long way, a lot of weight coming through that as well, so that's going to be tricky. From there, I might give it a go from these two hands. I think the next move from this is quite big as well. You have to get a high right foot on this and generate off of what's quite an awkward left hand and a pretty awkward right hand. And if my foot's here, my body's going to be very bunched to then throw for possibly the lower hold to then bump to the next one. But yeah, I'm just going to rest first and then give that a go. Okay, the right hand's slipping quite a lot. I might brush that hold actually, but I think that's the way it's got to be done. It's very awkward. But I actually came into a toe with the left foot on this to stop me swinging out, and then came up to here. And the hard part is that you're just pinching on this. It's just an undercling. So I need to stand up quite quickly onto it. But it's so awkward to get the feet where your hands are here, to get your knees right up by your chest, to get your foot on here, to stand up into that hold. And obviously when you stand up, you lose grip on the right. So I really need to stand up to this side, and ideally with my right foot on, so that I'm locking off straight into this hold, rather than standing up straight. And then this hand's not fantastic because I'm pulling at the wrong angle, and you completely lose this hand because you're pushing down rather than pulling down at that stage because you're standing up. So yeah, I think I need to get the right foot on and turn the body across as soon as I can and stand up quickly into the undercling and to come up with the right hand. But yeah, good progress though. I'm happy with what I've done so far today. I've got further than I was expecting already, so this is good. But yeah, I'm going to give that hold a brush and then try that move again and see if I can link that to the next bit up here. The rest of it looks more straightforward to figure out how to do it, but I think the holds are quite bad. They're very slopey, so body position wise might be quite difficult. But it looks like a more simple sequence than the lower section that I've just figured out now. So yeah, but yeah, really happy with the progress so far. From here, I don't know what to do from that. Cannot generate from that position at all. Oh. Wow. Generating from that position is so hard. I'm barely able to hold on to the wall in that position, let alone pull really hard and row up to this hold. So I need to get better in the pinch and the undercling and get a better body position in some way to make that more comfortable to hold on to then go up there. But yeah, doing this in isolation is so difficult, let alone after you've done a few difficult routes before that, a few difficult moves, sorry, to get there in the first place. I'm going to be very fatigued when I get there, when I actually do the climb from the bottom. So I really need to make sure that I get my technique on this particular move perfect, so that it's as energy conserving as possible, because I'll be quite tired at that point. Okay, I'm going to try and make that move a bit easier this time. So rather than going with the right hand from here, I'm going to go from this purple foothold, which is a lot more in cut and a bit further away from the foothold. So my body should be a bit less bunched. My hands will be a bit wider, which make it slightly more difficult, but it's a much better hold, so I think it should be okay going from there. But yeah, it will at least allow me to feel a little bit more of a position and be able to generate more to pull to the next hold and get used to the movement. And hopefully I'll be able to get up to there and then try some of the next moves. But I mean, the hold that I'm going for, it looks very slopey. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what that feels like if I can get up there. Yeah, very slopey. But yeah, it's definitely much easier for this hold. It allowed me to pull round more because it's in cut and it's further away. I can pull my body across and lean into this, which makes it much easier to go up. I'm confident I can stick it from there, but from this, the angle of the hold is in this direction, so I can't get much further round than this with my body to lean into that, otherwise my hand will come off. So I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually going to have my left hand here. I might end up bringing it a bit lower on this hold when I go for this, just so that I can stand up more and be less reliant on the right, because obviously when I stand up with the right foot, this hold gets better, but the higher up I go, this hold gets worse because I'm much further above it, so I'm not really pulling down anymore. So yeah, it's a tricky one to find out, but I'm gonna see if I can do that move cheating on the purple hold, and then see if I can do the rest, and then yeah, try and work backwards and make that move progressively harder until I can do it from this hold. I'm not sure if I should go knee this way or knee this way and kind of turn into it, or have my knee this side and be closer in. It's difficult. It's probably easier to catch the hold when I'm in the drop knee. When the knee's facing outwards, I think I can get a bit closer to the wall. So difficult one, but yeah, I'm tired of trying that a few times, so I'm going to rest up before I give that another go in a sec. Try to do that move keeping the toe on, which I think makes sense because it will stop me swinging out. So yeah, I just toe hooked my left under here, which stopped me swinging out, but I didn't quite get enough into the wall to dead point to the hold well enough. So oh my god. That next hold is so slopey. That one I caught okay. I'm glad I got that move that time. I think keeping the toe on definitely made it easier. Whether I'll be able to keep the toe on with my hand on the correct hold, I'm not sure I will. I'll be more bunched in that position. So yeah, but then bumping was still very hard to go up to the next move. Because yeah, that's a very, very slopey hold that I went for. Next move again is so hard. None of these moves are easy on this route at all. I don't know if I need to match the sloper or just lock out. I'm obviously going to need to utilise the feet at some stage. I almost think it should just be right in and then lock out the right, but it's hard to lock out the right because the angle of the hold is like this. So I'm kind of going to be sliding down it and squishing the fingers at the bottom. On not a very good hold, so it might well be that I need to match it and keep a toe in for tension to then come up, and when I've got the left up I can then get the feet up. But yeah, that's a tough move as well. Oh my god. It's so hard to match that sloper with a toe. I'm starting to think it might just be launching up for the left hand. But obviously you're starting with the left so low, it's a big way to go and pull and catch. I think there's going to be quite a big swing on what looks like a very slopey hold that I'm aiming for. So yeah, that's a tough move as well. I might just establish on the wall from that position. I'm quite happy that I've figured out, from that purple hold at least, how to bump up and go again. That bit's okay, the bump. But yeah, the next move after that is more challenging. So yeah, gonna rest again and then give that another go. Wow, that hold is shit. That hold is so bad. I can't go to that dynamically, no way. I don't think it's just because of where I caught it. I thought I caught it in an okay place, but it's so slopey. I have to go so much more statically to that. So I'm gonna have to find a way to maybe get my feet across, maybe move my foot up to here first. Not sure. But yeah, going up to that hold is so difficult. Okay, I want to try the end few sequences. So it's quite hard to get set where I want to, but I'm going to try and climb up the greens and then across the purples and then establish down on the right hand, which I've gotten to, and then get a toe in and see if I can come back down to this move and then try and get up from there. Oh my God. Yeah, I can confirm that sloper is terrible. I'm struggling to hold on to that even in that position. So I'm gonna have to be very, very static when I go to catch that. And I think my body's gonna have to be a lot of weight this side. So it's making me think that I might need to bump my right foot up to here and get very low, bending the leg, and keep a toe in here to then throw up for that. But yeah, that's going to be really tricky. Oh my God. Oh, I'm getting tired now. Skin's getting worse. It's horrible as well. Wow. Yeah, really not sure how I'm supposed to get up to the left hand there. Putting that right foot high didn't feel great. Maybe placed the toe in the wrong point of the hold. It's probably a bit better up here. It's a bit more down focused, whereas obviously otherwise you're pulling in this direction. I think I placed the foot here, so I was kind of pulling in rather than standing on it. If I place it right on the edge at the top, I should be able to stand on the hold a bit more, but yeah, I don't know how much of a difference that would actually make to allow me to get higher up to the next hold. But yeah, this is such a tough V6, so hard. Yeah. I don't know that I've got many more attempts left in me. I've been resting for quite a while as well in between, but it's just so draining, so physical. I might try the start again, see how far we can get from the bottom. See if we can do a few more moves. See if I can get up to hand on here and stand up from the ground. But yeah, I'm just going to rest first because it's very physical, like I say, and then give that a go in a sec. Oh, I'm just getting tired now. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm glad I got that move again, but I just couldn't move anywhere after that. Physically, fingers, arms, shoulders, everything just exhausted. So I don't know how long I've been working on this, maybe an hour, possibly an hour and a half or something, with obviously a lot of rest in between. But yeah, it's such a physical route. I'm fully drained now on this, so I think I'm going to move on to something a bit easier, something like a slab. Yeah, take the weight off the hands and the arms a bit more, give them a rest, and try and work on some footwork instead. Okay, that is the end of what's been a very tough session today. Happy with the progress I made a lot of good progress compared to the last time I tried that route. So yeah, maybe made 2 or 3 more moves that I couldn't do at all, in fact impossible before. But yeah, really physical, couldn't try too many times on that without burning out. So yeah, but going to keep projecting that one, hopefully get it sent. I don't think it's up for much longer. I think that's one that gets taken down quite soon. I have to check when that is actually getting taken down. And hopefully I'll be able to get the moves and send that before it does get taken down. But yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how something can just feel impossible. Certain moves, you feel like you can't do them at all, and then you try them a few times, or you tweak something very slightly, and then all of a sudden it doesn't necessarily feel easy, but it feels a hell of a lot easier. So made some good progress on that one, hopefully make some more progress on the other moves. I'll probably climb with some other guys that are better than I am and that have done that route before, to hopefully pick up some pointers from them and see how they do it as well, and that will help me out a lot. So that's the plan for that. But yeah, that's the end for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and also leave a comment below. Put your predictions in of whether I'm going to send that route or not before it gets taken down. Let me know what you think. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Most importantly, as you know, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one.